Hey friends, welcome back. It is -4 in Chicago today. Do you guys know that you're lucky I am filming this video just with this sweater on and not in this, which I was wearing up until about 3 minutes ago. Yes, I looked crazy in this thing. It's huge and I was so bundled you guys could hardly see my face. Okay, enough of my complaining. I've been in Chicago a long time. I should be used to it, right? Wrong. Anyway, today's video is going to be a fun mashup of things, actually. It's going to be a combination of questions that I got in, and I am going to highlight a letter I got. And I know I already did a monthly mail roundup for January, but you guys, the day I made that video, in the mail, literally hours after I posted it, I opened the mailbox and there was this amazing picture in it, and I can't wait until the February monthly mail roundup, so I'm going to show you today. This comes from Morgan. Morgan is a student of a friend of mine, a librarian named Christina Carter. Hi Christina, and hi Morgan. I can't even tell you how cool I think this picture is, so let me give you some background, guys. If you have not read Peculiar Incident, at the beginning of the book, Tessa, who's the main character, is moving from Florida to Chicago. She's really disappointed about this, guys. She's lived her whole life in Florida. Her friends are there, her school is there, everything she loves is there. So coming to Chicago, even though Chicago is a pretty cool city in my opinion, is not a good thing for her, and she's in a very bad mood about it, to say the least. So Morgan took this and she designed a picture that she thinks represents how Tessa was feeling at the beginning of the book. And I gotta say, she hit the nail on the head. Check this out. Look at the expression on this Tessa's face. Her eyes look sad. Her mouth is downturned. Even look at her body language. Her shoulders are slumped and she's kind of leaning forward like she's not excited, and she's dragging the suitcase pretty pitifully if you ask me. She's definitely not in a hurry to get where she's going because she knows she doesn't like where she's going. At least that's what she thinks, right? Morgan, this is fantastic. I really love it, and I'm going to keep this forever. So thank you for sending it to me. Secondly, guys, I got in a whole list of questions that are really cool. These came in from, just gonna open my computer real quick, the 8th graders at Fairgrounds Middle School in New Hampshire. These were sent by Sue Carey, who's the librarian. Hi Sue, thank you for sending these. So guys, I can't answer all of the questions in one video, or this video would be epically long, but I'll answer say 3 or so, and then I'm going to sprinkle in other answers in other videos as well. So eventually we'll get through all of these, but for now, let's just kind of start at the top. So the first question we have is it better to be more descriptive with your wording, or can you be simple with your wording? This is a really awesome question because I think it depends on the book and the situation. I love being descriptive with wording, especially when it comes to setting, because I think the more descriptive you can be, the easier it is for your reader to actually visualize where your character is and put them in your character's shoes. And that's what good writing is all about. But I do think there comes a point when sometimes writing can be too descriptive. If you use too many descriptive words, especially in one sentence or one paragraph, it can be a little cluttered. And when our writing gets cluttered, it's harder for the reader to make sense of what we're saying. So guys, I'm gonna recommend finding a balance, right? Use some descriptive words, or maybe replace common words with more descriptive words, right? So you don't have to always just include, a ton of descriptive words in one sentence, but for example, instead of saying the air was cold, cold is a pretty basic word, right? I'm sure we can come up with other words that mean cold, but sound more descriptive and give more of a punch, right? What about frigid or bone chilling? There's a lot of different ways that we can be descriptive with our writing without bogging it down and making it hard for the reader to pick through and figure out what we're actually saying. So the second question is, has one of your book ideas ever been rejected? And if so, how did you persevere? This is probably my favorite question in this list. Yes, I've had a lot of things rejected. Even once you have books published, it doesn't mean that everything gets accepted by publishers. I get rejections all the time. It's part of being a writer. The way I persevere is to remind myself that writing is subjective, right? Sometimes we'll write something and it depends on the person reading it as to how they feel about it. What one person dislikes, it might be another person's favorite thing they've ever read. So anytime I get a rejection, I first of all take a look and see if there's anything useful I can use. Did they give me any criticisms that I agree with? That maybe I think to myself, oh wow, how did I miss that? Yes, that makes total sense. Because if that happens, then I might consider making some revisions. Or did they simply say, you know what, this isn't for me? And if they did say that, it's okay. Not everything is for everyone, and you can't make everyone happy. You need to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep writing. Eventually, you will succeed. J.K. Rowling even said this herself, that if you have enough nerve, anything is possible. So yeah, perseverance, guys. You can do it. And where do you get your inspiration for writing your stories from? This is also a great question. And to be honest with you guys, I get inspiration from a lot of sources. I'm inspired mainly by my kids, to be honest, because my kids, I think, are a great blend of intelligent and kind and empathetic, and they accomplish things every single day that impress me and make me say, wow. And I think that's also why I like to write for this age group, for your age group, because you guys are more than the middle school stereotypes of bottle flipping and Fortnite playing. You guys are amazing and you're capable of great things. So I get inspiration from my kids. I also get inspiration from history. I'm a big history buff, which means I love to learn about Chicago, especially local legends, which is where Peculiar Incident came from. If you don't know, Peculiar Incident is based on a local legend that's partially true. Graceland Cemetery, where it takes place, is about 10 minutes from my house, and so there's a lot of fact in the book, even though it's overall fictional. So I hope these answers help you guys. I see that your list is quite long, and I'm very excited to answer all of them in time. So continue checking in when I do my Q&A sessions on this channel. Subscribe so you don't miss out, because I will eventually work my way through your entire list. And thank you for being so thoughtful and sending these to me. All right, guys, this is all for now. I don't want the video to be so long that everybody starts dozing off in the middle of it. But thank you for joining me again, and I will see you again soon. Bye.